A DHCP server is a helpful tool that automatically hands out IP addresses to devices on your network, making it easier and quicker for everyone to get connected. Without a DHCP server, you'd have to configure the IP address manually on each device. DHCP services can be provided by a standalone device. For smaller networks, you could also use a router or switch that has built-in functionality. This approach keeps things simple and convenient. On a Catalyst 1300, it can be set up through the Graphical User Interface, GUI, or by using the command line interface, CLI. In this episode of Cisco Tech Talk, I'll show you how to configure a DHCP server and set up a network pool on Catalyst 1300 switch using the GUI. Next. To begin, log into the GUI on your switch. DHCP server configuration isn't visible on basic mode, so switch the mode to advanced. From there, navigate to the IPv4 configuration section and select DHCP server. On the DHCP server properties page, check the box inside the DHCP server status option to enable the DHCP server and click apply. If you receive an error stating that it can't be enabled because DHCP Relay is active, you'll need to turn off DHCP Relay first. And to do this, go to the DHCP snooping or relay menu, disable DHCP Relay on the properties page and click apply. After that, return to the DHCP server properties page and enable it. Next, determine which VLAN will be assigned addresses by the DHCP server. To set up DHCP correctly, select the VLAN you want the DHCP server to assign addresses to. If you don't have the VLAN set up yet, go into VLAN settings and click Add. I'll create VLAN 20. Apply the changes. Make sure your new VLAN shows as enabled. After that, assign an IP address to the interface for the VLAN. Head to the IPv4 interface section, click Add, and enter the IP addresses you want to use for your VLAN. For VLAN 20, I'll use 20.20.20.1 along with the appropriate subnet mask. Be sure to select your VLAN as the interface. Click Apply. To assign your VLAN to the port where your client device is connected, head to VLAN Management. Choose Port VLAN Membership and select the port you want to use. I'll use port 7. Click Join VLAN. This port is in access mode, so one VLAN can be assigned. Select your VLAN and click Apply. Great! Close that window so you can define the DHCP network pool. Go back to the DHCP server section under IPv4 configuration. On the Network Pools page, click Add to create a new pool. Here, you'll enter a pool name. I'll name mine VLAN 20 Pool. Specify the subnet address. I'll enter 20.20.20.0. Enter the subnet mask and the address range you want to assign. For example, my range could be 20.20.20.10 to 20.20.20.30. I'll keep the default lease time of 1 day and the default router IP address as auto. The switch will automatically use the VLAN interface IP as the default router unless you specify otherwise. I'll select Google for my DNS server, which has an IP address of 8.8.8.8. You can leave the other fields at the default. Click Apply and then close. You'll probably want to reserve some IP addresses for static IP addressing. For this, navigate to Excluded Addresses. Enter those in the Excluded Addresses list. When everything looks correct, click Apply and then close. If you want to learn more about static IP addressing before deciding on this, click the link in the description. To test your setup, connect a client PC to that port. In my case, that's 7. Set its network interface to obtain an IP address automatically. After connecting, the device should receive an IP address from the range you specified, with the switch acting as the default gateway. In my case, my switch VLAN 20 interface IP is acting as the default gateway. You can check on the switch under the DHCP address binding section to see the assigned IP, the client's MAC address, and the lease details. Repeat with other VLANs as needed. When everything is set, save your configuration by clicking the red blinking save icon. Wait for the notification confirming everything has been saved. That's all there is to it. You've now configured the DHCP server and created network pools on your Cisco Catalyst 1300 series switch. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.